I want to talk about forgiveness because this is a huge topic. It seems like this generation, which is my generation, battle with forgiveness more than our ancestors did. I know that they did. I know a lot of them did. But think about how forgiving our parents were when it came to like relationships or marriages. Like marriages lasted longer back then than they do now. And a lot of it has to deal with forgiveness because of the things that we endured, the things that we went through in situations, relationships, everything. It feels as though we are too beyond hurt to be able to forgive. And I'm gonna tell y'all from experience, it took God about a good 9 months for me to actually learn to forgive. And I'm gonna tell y'all, so I was your typical hurt child. My dad wasn't in the picture, and my mom was just not the best of moms. She was a good mom. She was the okay mom. Let's just go with that. She just wasn't attentive enough. So my trauma started there, and my unforgiveness started there because it had happened to me so long. I had grew a resentment towards my mom and my dad in a way where let me tell y'all how I knew I had a real resentment towards them. I'm a very loving person, y'all. When I tell you, if you know me, I love hard. I'm a affectionate person. I show my love, so I kiss on my children all day long. Like if it's my partner, I'm loving on you all day. Like I'm a lovey-dovey person. But when it came to my mom and dad, my dad, I have a video. I don't know where it's at, but I have a video of me about to move out of town, and my dad is giving me a hug, and I'm side hugging this man. And even with my mom, like I barely wanted to hug her, and I never gave her a kiss. Kisses not when I got older and stuff like that. But but for me to be who I am at heart, like a lover, that just your body language shows everything. It showed that I had an unforgiveness towards my parents, right? And so recently my parents died. Both of my parents passed in a span of 3 years from each other. And with my dad was never there, so it didn't really put a dagger in me like it did with my mom, because I did live with my mom. So when she passed, it hurt like crazy, and I thought that it wouldn't hurt because I didn't have that relationship with her that I wanted, or that I always longed for. I didn't have that relationship with her. So when God had started to show me, he didn't start showing me until like a lot of months after she passed, like 9 months after she passed. He didn't start showing me that I was battling with unforgiveness towards them. And I thought, see, what we think our posture is like we're defending ourselves, like we kind of don't let people fully in because we have grown a defense mechanism towards the people that hurt us, right? So I didn't really want to let my mom in because of the hurt that I had experienced with her. I didn't want to let her close to my heart for her to break it again. So I treated her accordingly. I've never disrespected my mom, never called her out her name, I probably, like, as I got older, I probably only cussed in sentences maybe like 2 or 3 times because I'm very respectful of my elders. I try not to be cussing and being disrespectful towards my elders. So I never did those types of things to my mom. It was just, I did not have the patience for her, and I did not show her the love or give her the time, right? So when God started to reveal that to me, like months after she passed, it was actually like 11 months after she passed, he started to reveal that to me. And he started to show me that she dealt with things that she could not get over or, heal through. It's so cliche, but when they say forgiveness is for you and not for them, you feel like when you forgive a person, you're dismissing the things that they did. That's not true. What you're doing is releasing hurt and anger in your heart and understanding that God will avenge you in what you did and what they did. God will avenge you in what you endured. So you don't really have to worry about them getting away with whatever they did, because I promise you they're not going to get away with it. God don't play. God don't play when he seeks revenge. And again, another thing, forgiveness is only done with God. I have lived an entire life of unforgiveness, not forgiving the people that harmed me or hurt me or did things to me when I know I didn't deserve it, right? I do deserve it, but I'm gonna tell you how I deserve it. But knowing that I did not deserve it, I lived a life of sitting and soaking in that pain. And when I finally was able to release it and forgive them, for they know not what they did, I felt so much better. You feel better after you forgive, y'all. I said I did deserve it because of how I treat God. Because of how I treated God before I got saved, I was not seeking in him. I was not reading my Bible. I was not obedient to him. I was doing things that he clearly states in his word that we are not to do. So why is it okay for God to forgive me, but not for me to forgive the people that hurt me? Don't make sense. Jesus literally washed the feet of people he knew would betray him. He literally washed the feet of Judas, knowing Judas was about to be one of the main reasons why he died on that cross. He forgave Peter, knowing that Peter would deny having any relation to him, even knowing him, and for that matter. He knew that. He still washed their feet. When they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Not close in the sense of, you know, being around them or whatever the case may be. It's like close in the sense of knowing who your enemies are and still loving them through what they've done. Because typically your enemies be the people closest to you. Family, good friends, spouse. Those be the ones that be your enemies. And it don't even be your enemy. It be the demonic spirit inside of them. A lot of people are demonically oppressed. Let me just say that. A lot of people are being used by the devil. And because they don't know God, they cannot come out of it. Sometimes God has assigned those people to you. That's a whole nother topic. God will assign you a people, okay? And that very people might be the people that's hurting you the worst. It might be your spouse. It might be your mom. It might be your dad. You may be called to them. You may be called to save their soul. But that's a whole nother story.